If you enjoy series with steamy, risque content, this list brings you some of the best shows in the genre. Let's begin. Number 10. Masters of Sex. This series tells the story of gynecologist William Masters and Virginia Johnson, two Americans who revolutionized the 60s and 70s with their studies and experiments on sexuality. Thanks to them, sex stopped being a taboo subject for some, and romantic relationships began to be seen in a more liberal light. Their fame grew so much that even the media echoed their progress, scandalizing the conservative society of the time. The series dives into the daily challenges and opposition they face from those who see their experiments as obscene and improper. It also closely follows their personal lives, romances, and the pop culture that gradually changes its views on sexuality.
Susan Johnson has a life of its own. So if your business is the two of you together, then use your therapy on yourselves.
Number 9. Super Sex. This series tells the fascinating story of Rocco Siffredi. From his humble beginnings as Rocco Tano in the picturesque coastal town of Ortona, to becoming a legend in the adult film industry. Considered the most explicit series on Netflix, Super Sex is inspired by true events. We first meet the protagonist as Rocco Tano, his real name. At 10 years old, he lived with his family in a rural town. His older brother, Tommaso, had a strong influence on him. Rocco admired him for the apparent freedom that came from his rebellious nature. Tommaso drove a fancy car and dated Lucia, the most beautiful woman in town. The series takes us through Rocco's journey before he became a global adult film icon.
Era il mio maestro.
In mezzo alle cosce dei maschi e delle femmine ci sta la dinamite.
Number 8. Easy. This 3-season series explores different characters in the city of Chicago and their experiences with love, sex, technology, and culture. It offers a look into modern relationships, covering situations like a married couple trying to rekindle their life through role-playing, a novelist navigating the blurry lines of artistic piracy, and even a couple searching for a third person to join them in a threesome.
A Tinder account, for what purpose? What, so we're like a sexy couple who's
seeking another woman.
If you like top movies, don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell to see more videos like this. Number 7. Irma Vep, a drama miniseries that follows Mira, an American movie star at the lowest point of her career and personal life after a breakup. Her life takes a turn when she arrives in France to play Irma Vep in a remake of the French silent film classic Les Vampires. What seems to be just another role soon turns into an obsession, as the line between Mira and her character begins to blur and fuse.
I must have been the last person to find out about you and Herman.
Because you're scary, and you scared me.
Number 6. Dark Desire. The main character is Alma, a successful woman, prestigious lawyer, and university professor. She decides to join her best friend on a weekend trip to help her cope with a recent divorce. On the trip, Alma meets a young man who turns the getaway into a wild adventure, awakening emotions she thought were buried. When she returns home to her husband and daughter, Alma tries to forget everything. But what seemed like a harmless fling quickly spirals into a dangerous obsession, unearthing a chain of past secrets that binds them both tragically. When 3 men cross paths with Alma again, everything changes forever. Beneath the surface, nothing is what it seems. And now they must discover who's playing the victim and who the villain.
Te quiero porque no sos mío. Porque estás del otro lado.
Esto no va a funcionar.
Ya está funcionando.
Number 5. Shameless, an American version of the original British series that tells the story of a dysfunctional family, where the father spends most of the day drunk and the kids grow up in total neglect. Frank Gallagher is the father of 6 and is known for being a selfish, alcoholic narcissist who lives off government aid, often obtained illegally. His eldest daughter, Fiona, just 21 years old, carries the full weight of her younger siblings, taking on any temporary job she can to keep the household afloat. The rest of the kids are all underage. A hilarious and touching show about a truly dysfunctional family.
Gallaghers are generally not normal humans.
Number 4. The Affair. Noah is a writer and father of 4, living a conventional life with his wife Helen. Allison is a waitress in Montauk, struggling with the consequences of a tragedy. Now, they're having an affair, keeping it hidden from their partners. Infidelity and lies are the core of this gripping series, where sex plays a major role, with intense sex scenes, high tension, and desire running wild. This show will definitely keep you hooked.
Was she flirting with you?
I love to see that smile.
Number 3. The Sex Lives of College Girls. This series follows 4 roommates and students at the prestigious Essex College in New England. Kimberly, the top student at a public school in a modest Arizona suburb, is sweet, ambitious, and academically prepared. But she soon discovers she's not quite ready for everything college life has in store for her.
I still think sex is better when it's with someone you love and it's an expression of your commitment.
Number 2. Hung. The life of a high school coach takes a turn after he sleeps with a woman from his support group and learns to use his best assets. The title says it all. Basically, the story follows a high school coach who becomes a worker to make ends meet. Funny, bold, and provocative. Number 1. Alpha Males. The series of the moment and a brilliant comedy. Alpha Males follows Pedro, Luis, Raul, and Santi, lifelong friends who feel lost in the era of female empowerment and each struggle to adapt in their own chaotic ways. The series explores the downfall of the patriarchy, and in the midst of a masculinity crisis, these 40-something men must learn to cope with a new reality. In a more equal society with new rules, they're losing the privileges they once took for granted, leading to an identity crisis. Can they find their new place in the world?
Le habéis declarado la guerra al cromosoma Y. Pues un cohete.
What movie would you add to this top list? We read you in the comments. Here we leave you with more videos like this.